What's up, guys? Invader1 here again, and I'm back, this time with a weapons review on the M-358 Talon. So, I have to introduce you guys to this gun. Now, many of you guys know the gun already, many of you guys probably have it, some of you guys probably don't even know much about it, some of you guys know too much about it. And, I just randomly picked any character just to play this gun because I have to say this before we go into the gameplay. Before we go into anything else, I have to make this very, very clear about this gun. Okay? This is the pistol of all pistols in Mass Effect 3. So some of you guys are going to be like, what? What are you talking about, Invader? Are you kidding me? The Acolyte is the pistol of all pistols. Or, the Arc pistol is the pistol of all pistols. The Scorpion, the Predator. Now, okay, maybe not the Predator. But the Paladin, or the Eagle, the Carnifex, the Suppressor, or the Executioner pistol. Now, you guys might be thinking that, maybe you like the Phalanx. That's a great pistol as well. But the Talon truly is the pistol of all pistols in Mass Effect 3. And there are a few reasons why. And this is why I just picked any character at random. I mean, you could put this gun on any character in this game and it will be totally beast. The game will go fine. This gun is just so awesome, so powerful, and it truly is the pistol. In my opinion, of course, in Invader1's opinion, nobody else's opinion, that this is the gun for Mass Effect 3. Meaning, this is just the gun. And you guys are like, what are you talking about, Invader? What are you smoking? Like, what's up? Well, let me go into it. First of all, again, by the way, guys, this is another pug game. Yeah, you guys want to see me play some pug games with randoms. People I don't know. So, okay, now that that's out of the way, you guys have seen me use the Talon before, and before I go into the details, the nitty-gritty about this gun, before I go into numbers and data, before I go into builds and stuff that you can do, and before you guys are like, holy crap, what's going on in this gameplay? It's so dark. What's up with that map and all that good stuff? I will tell you guys this, that I'm going to come out with a specific build video that's specifically made for the Talon. That's probably the most OP Talon build in Mass Effect 3. So that's coming out soon. I'm going to see if I could get not just myself, but an entire team to play this build. I have quite a bit of people that to get into games. I have no lack of people that I can play with this game, guys. So you guys will definitely be seeing more videos and more challenges and stuff like that. But I do these, random pug games here and there to get, like I said before, to get to meet new people, and at the same time, just to, test out a few weapons out in the public world. And sometimes I'll do these pug games on gold because a lot of you guys mostly play gold, and the statistics show that, like, there are very, very tiny few that play platinum. And I do like to show a lot of platinum gameplay. You guys have seen tons of platinum gameplay with me. So, but a lot of you guys are not always playing platinum because it's really tough, and it's really tough to pug it when you don't have friends playing platinum. And when you do play platinum pugs, it takes a little long and it's tough. So a lot of you guys play a lot of gold. So I'm mixing up. I definitely mix up the videos between a lot of platinum, of course. You guys see a lot of platinum from me. And lately, on some of these gun reviews, I'll do them on gold so you guys can see how they work out for you. And this gun is a platinum weapon. It is a gold weapon. It is a silver weapon. It is a bronze weapon. Like I said before, and I will say again, it is the gun, the pistol for Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Hands down. And now I am finally going to talk about why. Okay. First of all, this is a Cerberus weapon. You guys already know that. This is, a gun that Cerberus uses. When you guys see the Guardians with their shields up, the gun that they're shooting at you with, that's the Talon. That's why they pretty much wreck you and destroy you every time they shoot you. They have those shields, but their guns are absolutely amazing. They have the Talon. So, that's that. Now, what's great about the Talon pistol is that it is a shotgun in your hand. It is not just a regular pistol. It has the power of a shotgun. Okay, it has a little bit of a spread, but it is still accurate enough that you can shoot across a long, far distance. As a matter of fact, in this game, I actually got a shot or a kill, like somewhere across the other side of the map, and the guy, one of the guys asked me, he's like, "Whoa, Talon kill! Like, wow, that's pretty accurate." It's like, yeah, the Talon's still pretty accurate. And saying that, you could actually use the scope on this gun if you feel like it. I personally never use scopes on the pistol. There is a pistol scope. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, if you're good with it, go right ahead. Hit the pistol scope. That's fine. You do get a little bit of encumbrance. You get some accuracy with the scope, but if you're really really good, if you get really really good with a pistol like this, a scope works really well, and you can focus on headshots. And yes, you can use a scope and shoot from far. You can snipe with this gun. So I will confirm that you can snipe with this pistol, even though it is like a shotgun pistol. You guys are like, what? How is that possible? Yes, the gun has the capability that you can snipe with it. Obviously, it's not going to be as far as a sniper rifle, but you can actually put the pistol scope and go to town on the enemies. So that's one. The other thing is that the damage bar, it is so high already on this gun that if you add, like I have added in this game, the pistol heavy barrel, it increases the damage by 40%. And when you have that damage bar increased by 40%, it is almost literally only 15%, about 15% that is not filled on that damage bar. So what you're looking at in this pistol is kind of like almost a claymore in your hands. You guys know that the claymore is one of the most powerful shotguns in this game. It just, that thing just punches through everything, punches through armor, punches. That gun is nasty. And it's a Krogan weapon. And look at this, we're in a Krogan map. So the Talon, it is almost like having a claymore in your hands. I say almost because the claymore has a full damage bar. So it's a little bit more powerful. And by adding the pistol heavy barrel, you get 40%. If you don't have the heavy barrel, then you can still go with the high caliber barrel and increase 25%, and you're still getting ridiculous damage. Yeah, you don't have the 40% of the heavy barrel, but it is still a beast of a gun. So that's one of the mods that I use. And normally in this situation, most of the time what I'm going with is the pistol heavy barrel and the pistol piercing mod. Pistol piercing mod because I do want to be able to shoot through guardian shields. I do want to be able to. I do want to be able to hit armor targets a little bit more. For example, dragoons. For example, when you use something like the pistol piercing mod, okay. And you know, I got to tell you something about the tooltip. It's funny because some people get confused about it because the way it reads, and I could totally get it. Like some people think that that the damage is reduced. All right, the damage is not reduced with the pistol piercing mod where you add it. It's totally the opposite. Okay, what it does when you use the pistol piercing mod and you shoot through cover at an enemy, at that point the bullet that hits that enemy will be with this pistol piercing mod at 40% reduced damage. Okay, that's what it means. So that means that bullet that goes through the light cover, let's say is behind a wall or something, a light wall or a light cover, and you shoot through that to hit the enemy, it will hit the enemy, but at 40% reduced damage. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it's only reduced that you're reducing the damage of your weapon when you add this mod. No, it means you hit the enemy with your bullet. You killing the enemy with your bullet at 40% reduced damage if you're shooting them through cover, and that's just 40% reduced damage. Yeah, it's a lot, but you're still doing massive amounts of damage to the enemy. And what it also does, guys, let's say you're shooting at a dragoon. And I have to kind of explain these things because sometimes sometimes we take it for granted that we know these things, and you guys may have this question and it may come up like, wait a second. So when you're using a pistol piercing mod, okay, for hitting armor, If you read the tooltip, it says ignores 65% of defenses on armor targets. Okay, so that means that their armor has defense. It's a defense. It ignores 65% of it to be able to do more damage. Now, if you did not have the pistol piercing mod, you would do less damage on armor targets specifically. So you're going to definitely want this combination on the Talon. You're going to want the pistol heavy barrel, and you're going to want the pistol piercing mod. The only times that you're probably going to want to go with something different is if you're doing, like, I don't know, if you're using if you're using armor piercing rounds, then you do not need the pistol piercing mod. You could probably just go with a pistol magazine upgrade and get more shots, get more bullets to your gun. You could do something like that. If you are going for, I don't know, you want to put this in the adept, and this is light enough that it works with the adepts, even with both these mods, but you could use the ultralight pistol materials as well. And if you're going into a game that you want to do nothing but headshots, then you could also use the pistol cranial trauma system, which increases the headshot damage by 40%. Now that's a decent one. I don't use that one a lot. I really don't, because I do use it here and there when I'm just focused on headshots, and it's a good mod. Don't get me wrong, it's really good, but I would say that mod is better with the suppressor. But this, meaning because that gun is specifically good for headshots. This gun is pretty decently accurate, but I wouldn't. Although I usually always try to focus for headshots, the Pistol cranial trauma system is not one that I'm constantly putting on. I would rather put on the pistol piercing mod for the armor piercing, and at the same time the pistol heavy barrel for the 40% increased damage. So now we went through that. What does all this mean? What's great about this gun, because of the high damage output, it actually applies ammo powers almost instantly. So let's say, for example, in this situation, I'm using disruptor rounds. And disruptor rounds, I want to make sure that I want to do some tech bursts, and I want to detonate it. As you can see, I have the human engineer here. So by shooting the enemy with my disruptor rounds, it immediately applies that effect because the damage is so high on this gun. Unlike other pistols, there are other pistols that you have to shoot at least 2 or 3 times just to apply the ammo effect. And you can see it on the character. You can tell when the ammo effect is applied, because the character, let's say you're using disruptor rounds, you will see like an electrical field around the character. Or using incendiary rounds, you see kind of like the character all of a sudden looks like he's burning a little bit. Like there's a little bit of flame around his body. And then that's applied, and then you can detonate that ammo power. With this gun, pretty much with the first shot, depending on the enemy, or the enemy has more shields and everything, you got to drop that. But with only like a few shots, you actually can apply the ammo type and do nothing but tech bursts, fire explosions, cryo explosions, etc. So that's the great thing about this gun as well. The other thing is, guys, that what I love about this gun is that not just the power capability that it has, but its weight. It's still pretty light. It can be used with anyone, like I said before. And at the same time, guys, it is a gun that, and check this out, you guys are going to like this, that you can hip fire. Okay, now, the details on that, I really don't have the data as to what if there's any kind of reduced damage. But I have pretty much played with this gun for so long, and I really don't see much of a damage decrease when you're shooting it off hip or scoped in. So if you notice here, I'm doing a lot of hip fire, meaning I'm not even scoped in. I'm just shooting directly at the enemy, just to make it easier on myself, because there is some encumbrance. The encumbrance means that when you zoomed in, your character kind of gets a little slower because he's focused. So you kind of get that slow thing, and then you have to focus in. So that's why I do a lot of hip firing with it. So you do have encumbrance with it, and I will talk about that in a second, because I do have some data that I want to tell you guys about this gun. So that's the good thing about this gun, that you can actually play it off hip fire and not have to zoom in to actually and still get a massive amount of damage. And I have to be very clear about that, because most of the time pistols, you guys see it, and you want to you want to be able to scope in and zoom in just like most pistols. But if you don't want to, it does not seem to have much of a damage penalty if you do that. And you will see here that I still apply the ammo types, and you will see this gun. This gun has been used in platinum solos, gold solos. It's such a beast of a gun. So, having said that, this will again, this makes it such a powerful gun, because even of hip fire, you're still doing ridiculous damage. So let's talk about some of the balance changes that have happened to this game, to this gun. This gun was even more powerful at one point, and sometime around March, they increased the damage. Okay, so the gun was already powerful as it was when it first came out, and then they increased it. Okay, check this out. Let's say you had it maxed out at 10, the way I have it. At 10, it had 90 damage. That means every shot was 90. Okay, it did 90 damage. And then they increased it to 108. So that was a great thing. All right. And then on April, it just keeps on getting better. Check this out, guys. On April, they increased the damage again from 108 to 117 per shot. And then they decrease the encumbrance, meaning when you zoom in, it's not gonna, it's not gonna hold you back a little bit. And they increase the spare ammo from 34, okay, at level 10, if you had the gun at level 10, to 36. So the gun now has more ammo, more powerful, and has less encumbrance. And then it didn't stop there. Then in June, they reduced the encumbrance again. And then on September, the last balance update for this gun, they decreased it like even more. All right, they decreased it from point 0.6 uh, to actually they decreased the lower level. If you had a level 1, they decreased that level 1.1 to 0.9. So in other words, the encumbrance went down. And so now not only is this a gun that applies ammo types, not only because it's so powerful, not only is this a shotgun in your freaking hand, not only is the damage bar absolutely ridiculously awesome, not only can you use almost every friggin' pistol piercing mod and pistol regular mod and pistol whatever mod that you want to use on it, because it's just so well rounded. Um, the damage has been increased, the encumbrance decreased, and the gun is just absolutely amazing. So this is why this gun, it didn't matter what character I picked. This is not one of those situations where I'm just like, well, guys, the Talon, you're going to want to use it with these specific kind of characters, or, whatever. First of all, you can make pretty much any gun with any character. Like, for example, I've used the Drill Vanguard, and I'll use the Claymore on the Drill Vanguard, and people are like, what about your cooldown? I'm like, well, you play differently with the shotgun drill, the Claymore Drill Vanguard. So you can pretty much take any weapon, and any character and make it work. But, some weapons make more sense with other characters. So, for example, the Talon, I'm going to be creating another video to show probably one of the most OP setups with a Talon, and it's just so beast that everything will just literally be destroyed. And it's funny because a lot of the pro players, a lot of players that know this already, that understand the game quite well, they know this kind of build. And I've received comments to actually show this build, and that's fine. I'll do it. I'm definitely going to do it, and I'm going to show it on platinum, just so you guys see some platinum gameplay with it. And because in gold it was just 4 players doing that build. With Talon, will be ridiculous. It would just be way too OP, and that's fine. Yeah, that's really cool. You can have games like that where everybody feels like overpowered. So I am gonna work that build into one of my platinum videos that I will be pulling up next, and it will be specific for the Talon guys. So here in this situation, I'm using the Human Engineer. I'm applying disruptor rounds, disruptor ammo, doing tech burst, doing explosions, and we also have somebody here with overload, so they're detonating quite a bit. So that's a good thing. So yeah, guys, the Talon gun, the Talon pistol. Right now, there's no more balanced updates for the gun. So it is, I would say, the king of the pistols. It is absolutely great. It is totally powerful, and it's great against armor because if you put the pistol piercing mod, it's really really good. You can hip fire it. You could scope in. You can do so much with it, and I would say overall, it's probably the king of all pistols. So, if you disagree, well, that's your opinion, and that's okay. And that's all right, guys. You can definitely disagree. That's totally fine. But there are other pistols that are in this game that are really good. But I wanted to take out time for the Talon, guys, because the Talon is just absolutely a beast of a gun, and I have to be honest that it is actually works really great with anything. So yeah, guys, this is it. Review on a Talon. I hope you guys enjoyed it. More weapon reviews to come. And if you guys have any suggestions or anything else you'd like to see, please let me know. And I will see you guys on the next video. And that's it. All right. I hope you guys are having a great time.